Yeah, I got 2 brand new songs for you.
Welcome to the room, Miss Heather Rayleen, ladies and gentlemen. My feet, you could clap too for yourself. There we go. Sunday sounds like Texas, and so does Heather Rayleen. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
thank you for being here. I feel like I've known you for quite some time, or at least known of you. My first memory of you is you playing at Rowdy's.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how long ago this was probably, right? I don't know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. You were on stage. I think Peyton Howie was playing, maybe.
Okay. So it was like a benefit concert.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. That
was my first introduction to you. And it's crazy because I was telling you off air, you know, if you just Google or Chat GPT your name, you have quite a bit of history in Texas country. You started out very young in Texas country, and you have a background at Sam Houston State. But let's go even further back. When did you start playing music? When was the first time you sang a song and you were like, yeah, I'm into this? Or
also very young. I started singing in church and rodeos, actually, when I was a kid. So I don't even know, probably as young as 5 or 6 years old, my family had me singing at church and stuff, just to backing tracks. And then at some point, I started going with my stepdad to rodeos, and he would ride bareback, and I would sing the national anthem every chance I got, and it terrified me.
Yeah.
But I kept doing it. And then, I just sang in church more and more. And then, but I started playing violin when I was 11. And, I was in choir as well in school, and just, I don't know, kind of split my time between singing as much as I could and playing the violin and the orchestra and everything. So it wasn't until I did meet some of the local, Texas country artists, and they're like, they're doing this for a living, but I had never heard of them. And I'm like, you can be a singer and not have to be like on the radio and famous, and you could still like write songs and put music out. Like, I had no idea there was that level of success. And so I'm like, well, I could do that. So that's when I started teaching myself to play guitar around 19, and started writing music then. So. And
you went to Sam Houston. Where are you from? Huntsville? Where are you from? Where were you born?
I'm from Conroe.
You're from Conroe?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Montgomery County girl. Man, something in the water out there.
For sure, right?
What's going on out there?
So many talented people.
Who did you like when you were singing in church and you were just getting started and you were, finding these Texas country artists? Who were some of your early inspirations, I guess, or who did you want to sing like when you were a kid singing in church?
So many. When I was singing a lot of like church music, I remember I was very in love with Joy Williams, her voice, and she went on to be part of the Civil Wars, if you've ever heard of that duo. And so I still follow her now, and she does, it's not primarily Christian music anymore, but she's still singing. But Martina McBride was a huge one for me. Leanne Rimes, I remember everyone talking about how young she was, and when she first started and everything, and I was like, well, I'm going to be the second youngest, country singer, and I was singing every single song on her cassette tape back then. Blue was like a go-to for me. So, and then, as I started kind of like actually playing fiddle with people, Cody Johnson, as I mentioned, Scooter Brown, people like that, I kind of like we started opening for people like Corey Morrow, Pat Green, Roger Krager, and I was just like meeting all these people, and they were famous to me. And I'm like, holy cow, like I just shook their hand, you know what I mean? And I just played on the same stage with them and stuff. So that was like, really big time for me, and very inspiring to keep going. And I was secretly teaching myself to play guitar, but they would usually, whoever I was playing fiddle with would usually let me sing at least one song per night too. So that was nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's crazy. You mentioned, Cody Johnson, who's the biggest thing in country music, especially coming out of Texas. He's a hero of ours. To play with him in those dance halls back in the day when there was nobody there, was that one of the things that after you saw some of his success, you were like, I want to go to Nashville? Because at some point you went to Nashville and Los Angeles and you recorded some great songs. The one, is it Falling For You?
So that's the name of the album. But
there's a song on there that I just listened to. Then it goes, and you have the little run where you're like, woohoo, right?
Yeah, I think it's Falling For You that you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I can't do it, but come on. Yeah, that's great, man. So when did you decide that you wanted to go to, a bigger studio and lay down some of this stuff?
So I actually recorded Man Up out in Nashville in LA, and it just happened perfectly that I was actually the producer I was working with, David Huff, had a place in Nashville, and he was also working with American Idol in LA. So the first time I went to LA to lay down tracks, I was actually really sick. So I didn't get to sing there. So I ended up doing both trips. One time we did the music in Nashville, and then I had to go to LA a second time to actually lay down the vocals, and it just worked out that way because he was going back and forth so much. So that was the first time I'd ever been to either of those places, and it was pretty amazing. Like, I just got a kind of a trip out of it and everything. But the album itself, the Falling For You album, I actually cut with Stormy Cooper Media here in Houston.
Yeah.
So, and I had cut a demo with them previously, just, I don't even know what year that was, that I put it on like MySpace and stuff like that, but I never really released it. So I re-recorded those songs too once I put out my album. So.
And here we are in 2026, all this time later, and you have a big show this week with Sarah Evans.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. This is your second time playing with her. I saw on your Instagram or something the other day you had one of her songs that you were. I didn't realize you had a show with her. How cool is that? I mean, are you excited? And tell everybody about it.
Oh, it's pretty amazing. It is my second time to play with her. The first one was probably like 2.5 years ago or so. And her daughter sings too, which I didn't know, but she was on stage with her last time, so that was really, really cool. And I got to meet her briefly the last time I opened for her, and she's just sweet as can be. But I mean, her voice has always been very, just a really big deal to me. Very much like what I think of as far as a female country artist. I mentioned Martine McBride, but like those voices that are just so big, and she can really sing anything. I mean, she did a cover of was a Rodney Stewart song, and she's just got that voice that I definitely like have always kind of looked up to and been inspired by. So I'm excited to open for her again. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. You also played I was telling Dale, my producer in here, we haven't had. I don't think I've talked to anybody who's played the Riot Room. You played there, right?
I did a handful of times. Yeah.
Yeah. How was that? I haven't been there. I mean, tell me a little bit about it.
I mean, it's very much like the kind of place you want to go for the Instagram photos. Like
okay.
they've got it so decorated, really neat in there, and it's 2 stories, and so downstairs you got basically a country club. The DJs going, they're doing all the line dances that I had never seen before, by the way. I was like, what is that? But, and then upstairs is where they would have me set up, and it was, I always played acoustic up there, and definitely a really cool place. If you haven't been, you got to check it out.
Yeah. You also do a lot of stuff with my friend Susan Hickman down. I mean, you're like besties, right?
We are.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. How long have you known her and been running around with her?
I've known her for at least 15 years.
Yeah.
But we got really close within the last 5 or so years. And at some point we just became inseparable. And we definitely play a lot of shows together, but also she's just like my ride or die. Like we're gonna talk a couple hours every week for sure. So
you do a lot of. I don't really know her role at Barge, but she does a lot of stuff with Barge 295, and you're out there a lot too, right?
Yeah, just I'm like part of the fam. She does the booking out there. Within the last year, she took over the booking. So
that's cool.
And then of course her husband Leo Mendoza plays there every week, and that's his like residency gig. So if I'm off, I end up out there a lot. I mean, who doesn't want to be on the water on a Sunday?
I know, it's such a cool place, man. I love that spot. What a vibe. Yeah, that's cool. Let me ask you this. I like to ask everybody who sits in that chair again to kind of reset if you're just getting here. Heather Rayleen is my featured artist out of Conroe, Spring area, representing Bull Country, has for a long time. What does it mean to you to be a female country artist like you were talking about that represents Texas music as long as you have, and you've been on so many stages with so many elite people, been in so many different elite rooms around the country. What does it mean to you to be Heather Rayleen, the Texas country artist that you are?
Oh man, I definitely have so many influences, and rock music is a big one too. And like, I don't know exactly how to answer that question, but I will say that like the way that the country, the music that's coming out right now is so my vibe.
Right.
Whereas like, I'm not quite as traditional country as a lot of other singers. And I feel like, honestly, this is my moment. And I'm very excited to like release new music and everything. Because to me, like, especially the Texas country part of it, it's like, this is what I love mixing genres and all of the things and everything. But yeah, I've actually had people to like tell me over the years, like, maybe you don't do so much of this, or maybe don't do, or like, maybe you should be more traditional and not so rock and whatever. And I'm like, look, my dad raised me on Leonard Skinner, and then my mom and stepdad raised me on country music, and I'm gonna lie somewhere in the middle of that. And so I'm really excited about where country music is right now, especially Texas country. So Red Dirt and all of that. I feel like it's very much what comes natural to me.
Yeah, we definitely lean a little rock, a little southern rock. I love that country. I love rock artists playing for country crowds.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like that's me too. Like I got a little rock and roll in me too, but I was also, I mean, when you're from Texas, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good answer. I'll say that. Let's talk about the new music. You have new music coming up. Are you staying true to your roots? Is it the Heather Rayleen that we know? A little rock and roll, a little soul? Talk to me about this new music. Where are you recording it? You said you had 2 songs.
I'm actually not completely decided on where I'm recording it.
Okay.
I have a couple that I'm still trying to figure out, but I'm trying to decide, sorry. But I have 2 that are relatively new. Sorry. And then I have a couple of them I've been sitting on for a while. One I just wrote a new bridge for. So I'm not even sure how many songs I'm going to release. They'll probably be one at a time as singles, but it's a little bit of everything. The best I can answer that, a little bit of rock, a little bit of pop still, and then there's even still a little bit of country roots, a little indie folk sounding one too. So,
what was the one you were playing in soundcheck?
That one is the one I would say. I almost feel like it's a little bit of like Sheryl Crow, but country, which she liked country anyway. So like,
right.
I get a kind of, especially the guitar part on that, I kind of feel like it's a bit Sheryl Crow, but it's also leans into some of the poppiness too. So.
I hope I'm not out of line by saying this, but when you do some of your runs, it reminds me of 90s alternative female singers, So I was wondering if that was, like something that you grew up on, Alanis Morissette, all those people.
Absolutely. Yeah. I sing Alanis probably every show.
Yeah. Nice. What's your favorite Alanis song?
My actual favorite is You Oughta Know, but we can't sing that at every room that I play, so I usually do Hand in My Pocket by her.
Okay, cool. Will you play some new music for us here?
Yeah.
Are you going to play, you can do whichever one you want first, but just tell me what the song is, what the title of it is, so I get it right for the video and stuff.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and start with the kind of Sheryl Crow one that I was mentioning. This one's called The Last Guy. And see my shirt that says She Should Have Come With a Warning, the Morgan Wallen song. It's a little bit of like, okay, well, here's your warning. Okay? Yeah. Don't say I didn't warn you. So talking about going through a breakup and basically being no good for anybody.
I love it.
You should look out. I'm feeling reckless. Yeah, there's no telling what I might do tonight. And ooh, don't you know that I'm jaded? see you looking at me, and I know what's on your mind. But honey, I ain't that sweet, and my love's the killing kind. Don't you fall for me, baby, if you know what's good for you. Yeah, it's a straight tequila night, and what you heard is true. I know I look like an angel, but I put you through hell. Yeah, just one kiss and you'll be under my spell. I'll ruin your life in just one night, and if you wanna know I will, you can ask the last guy. Oh, oh, oh. Well, ooh, he made me dangerous. So be careful with me, 'cause tonight I'm a loaded gun. And ooh, I'm wearing red for revenge. It ain't right, but I'm gonna make every man suffer for his sins. I see you looking at me, I know you wanna be mine. But you can't handle the heat, so get up while you still have time. Don't you fall for me, baby, if you know what's good for you. Yeah, it's a straight tequila night, and what you heard is true. I know I look like an angel, but I'll put you through hell. Yeah, just one kiss and you'll be under my spell. I'll ruin your life in just one night, and if you wanna know I will, you can ask the last guy. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. This ain't a movie, baby. I ain't no damsel, can't you see? Not here.